Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for a little bit of a late start there, obviously. I do have to say one thing in particular. I have to recognize a group of kids that are actually within this group right now, and that is all the track athletes that just got done getting done running a track meet, and then having to find their own ride back here to get back for this concert and do all this thing the right way, making it possible for everybody to be involved in everything. So thank you very much. Give the track athletes a round of applause. But now here's the best part about this concert. You don't have to hear anything from me until the very end. So, Barrett.
Good evening. My name is Barrett Olivier, and my parents are Chris Olivier and Kelly Larson. Next year, I plan to go to basic training in AIT, and in the fall of 2026, I will be attending USF for music ministry. Tonight, I have the pleasure of introducing the seniors of our rhythm section. On set, we have Brecken Harmon, who plans to go to Lake Area Tech to become a fixed-wing pilot. Next, on the keys, is Memphis Peterson. His plan for the coming year includes going to Redlands Community College, followed by attending Oklahoma State University. He plans to study agricultural economics. Alright, now to begin. For our first piece of the night, we'll be performing a tune that I'm sure we all had a pleasure preparing, but it was especially fun back in the rhythm section, as is every song in the rhythm section. We hope you enjoy In the Midnight Hour, arranged by Victor Lopez.
Everyone. My name is Sala Duval. I am the daughter of the wonderful Daryl and Yvette Duval. This fall, I will be headed to SDSU to study historical restoration and minor in accounting. Tonight, I have the pleasure of introducing some very dear friends of mine. The first is Megan Hopkins, daughter of Sarah Braun and Tom Hopkins. She is headed to USD this fall to major in elementary education, and I have no doubt she will make a wonderful role model. like to introduce my best friend, Katie Leon. She is the daughter of Kent and Tina Leon, and her plans this fall are to head to South Dakota School of Mines and study biomedical engineering, and hopefully, for my sake, make bank. The song you're about to hear is Somewhere in the Moonlight, written and composed by Larry Meek. It features a slow, melancholy rock ballad whose haunting melody is featured by another dear friend of mine, William Hanslick. While I'm excited to hear William's beautiful playing, I have a bit of a surprise. Anna Pazur approved, don't worry, and I know how much is planned for this concert, so I promise I'll keep it short. Seeing as this is my last concert, I decided I could afford to take a minute and say, thank you, Mr. Carlson. Carlson always puts 110% of his energy into everything that he does, and he always encourages his students to do the same. I know for a fact that I would not be where I am or who I am today without his guidance and support. So thank you, Mr. Carlson, for everything that you have done this year and throughout our entire high school experience. Thank you for always caring about your students and always trying to make us understand that mistakes are okay as long as you decide to learn from them. While I'm not great at speeches, I hope the effort implies more than the words, just as the effort you put in every day always says more than the words you speak. I hope you understand a fraction of the gratitude you have from this school, the students, and from me. Now that I'm done being sappy for the first time in my life, I hope you sincerely enjoy Somewhere in the Moonlight. Show them what you got, William.
are Lee and Kathy Warnbrandt. I have committed to swim for University of Sioux Falls next year, and I'll be majoring in exercise science there. I'd like to introduce some of the other seniors. First is Grace Vanderlei. She's the daughter of Brent and Carissa Vanderlei. She'll be attending SDSU for nursing next year. Next, Dusty Rose is the son of Jesse and Becky Rose. He'll be attending SDSU to major in agronomy, and he will also be rodeoing for them. Our next song is called Pick Up the Pieces, arranged by Mark Taylor. We'll be featuring Mr. Menzie on alto sax for it, and we hope you enjoy it.
Hello there, and thank you all for coming this evening. My name is Lucy Swanson, and I am a sophomore here at Chamberlain High School. This next portion of our concert is the Chamberlain High School Chamber Choir. This is a select portion of our, this is a select audition group that performs a cappella. The first selection we will be performing for you is a song that almost everybody knows, but is done in a different style. I like this song because of the jazz chords. I enjoy how the parts clash and slowly dissolve into each other. Without further ado, here is Roger Emerson's jazz rendition of Over the Rainbow.
We didn't mention it before that song, but that song featured soloists Barrett Olivier and Natalie Nelson.
Next for you, the CHS Chamber Choir will be performing Emerald Stream by Seth Houston. The Chamber Choir performed this back in February at our Region Solo and Small Group Contest and received a perfect score. I like this song because the guys get the melody for most of it, and the dynamics add a lot to the song. We are very excited to show you our hard work for this piece that earned us the score, and we hope you enjoy Emerald Stream.
Come now and gather with the glade where the emerald stream in the evening shade and meditate on the words he has made, great God, our sovereign Lord. Join us now, the meadow is green and the water's pure and the woods so green and the flowing air is fresh and clean where God his blessings pour. Feel the wind come down, hear it whistle as it goes, it whistles softly and whistles as it goes. All blessing from above. And the sun comes up and the sun goes down and the sun goes round and round and round. Give witness to his love. Hear now, ye sons of men, for the day your births in this great garden your portal. Visit once again to see what we have done. As God is a shepherd and we are the sheep, we on Mother Earth must keep maintaining and protect the truth and judgment day will come. Hear the Lord come down, hear a whistle as he goes, he says the Lord will as he goes. Remember all his power. See the Lord come down, fish shining bright, his leaders will shine and bright. You will regret that hour. So now, my people, beware your joy, seas and the earth and the air. You meditate the extraordinary care of the earth, our only home. All glory be to God on high, shall praise his loudly to the sky. Listen to the earth and hear her cry in heaven.
haven't sang in a hot minute or so, we're going to do a quick warm-up, if that's okay with you guys. Well, I hope it's okay, because you don't really have a choice. We're doing the warm-up, so.
This fall, I will be going to DWU to major in nursing. The next piece the choir will perform for you is entitled Loch Lomond, arranged by Jonathan Quick. This song is a traditional Scottish folk tune that is known all around the world. I like the song because it's fun to sing and it's melodic. I hope you enjoy Loch Lomond.
My name is William Hanslick, and my parents are Jared and Angie Hanslick. This fall, I plan on going to Iowa State University and major in aerospace engineering. The next song we will be performing is Moonlight and Rain by Kevin Henley. Each year, the seniors choose a song from all their years in high school choir that they have enjoyed the most, meant something to them, or simply want to have the opportunity to perform again. This song is special to the seniors because we sang it 2 years ago at All State Choir. I personally enjoy this song because of how all the different voices come together to create pretty chords. We hope you enjoy Moonlight and Rain.
to some of the choir students. The first award is called the Most Valuable Member, because it's not a sport, so it can't say Most Valuable Player. So this was a peer-voted award. Some of the qualifications for this award were excellent musicianship, leader and a role model in the ensemble, both during class and outside of class, not afraid to volunteer for things, help others in the ensemble. They are encouraging, and they are an impact on the ensemble and the ensemble performance. So the person that these students chose was Barrett Olivier. The next award is our Outstanding Vocalist Award. This award, the student must demonstrate being highly involved in the choral program. So not just choir, maybe doing all-state choir, honor choir, chamber choir, if we still have show choir. A superior level of vocal skill, and then a great sense of character, leadership, and overall service with the choral program. And the person that I chose for this Outstanding Vocalist Award this year is Miss Daphne Croakman. Our final award is our Director's Award. A lot of the same qualities go along with all three of these awards, but this one in particular also has big enthusiasm, outstanding dedication, strong leadership skills, musical excellence, again, going above and beyond what is laid out for just normal expectations, and then just overall commitment to improving the program, not just being a part of it to get their fine arts credit, like wanting to actually make the program be what it could be. And so this year, the Director's Award is going to Barrett Olivier. And with that, I will turn it over to Megan Hopkins.
Hello, my name is Megan Hopkins. My parents are Tommy Hopkins and Sarah Braun. This fall, I will be attending the University of South Dakota to major in elementary education. The final song the choir will be performing for you is The Gospel Ship by Gwyneth Walton. This was one of the 3 pieces that we performed for our large group contest in March. The choir received much praise and high compliments about how well we performed this piece. I like this song because of the different styles that happen throughout, and it has been overall a very fun piece to sing. To close our portion of the concert, here is The Gospel Ship.
I'm gonna take a trip on that old gospel ship.
not be. It's time to give yourself some time. If it's too much fault you find, then you'll be left behind. When I'm sailing through the sailing through the air, I'm gonna take a trip on that old gospel ship. I'm going far beyond the sky. I'm gonna shout and sing until heaven's free. When I've been in this world, when I've been in this world before. Good night. Troubles on the way, and the road is filled with despair. Your journey won't be long if you live a life of song and go sailing through the air. Your journey won't be long if you live a life of song, a life of song, a life of song. When I'm sailing through the sailing through the air, I'm gonna take a trip on that old gospel ship. I'm going way beyond the sky. I'm gonna shout and sing until heaven's free. When I bid this world goodbye,
Again, hello, my name is William Hanslick, and I'm the son of Jared and Angie Hanslick. And this fall I plan to go to Iowa State to major in aerospace engineering. I have the absolute pleasure of introducing two of my classmates tonight. Hayden Handel is the son of Sarah Moran and Jason Handel, and this fall will also be going to Iowa State Engineering to study meteorology. Aiden Hosick is the son of Mike and Bonnie Hosick, and this fall we'll be going to USD to study medical biology. Our first piece is Der Lehrmeister, which is German for the master teacher. It is arranged by Robert Sheldon, and this is one of my personal favorites of the set that we took to large group contests, and I hope that you all enjoyed as much as I have. Thank you.
My name is Madeline Steckelberg-Engel, and my parents are Cody Steckelberg and Justin Engel. Following high school, I plan to enlist in the Air National Guard and attend Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee to major in theater performance. Tonight, I also have the pleasure of introducing two of my classmates. Amber Pease is the daughter of Terry Cedarface. She plans to attend the University of South Dakota and receive her undergrad in pre-law with the intention of attending law school after. Grace Rousseau is the granddaughter of Dory Rogers and David Hurlica. Next year, she plans to attend Black Hills State University and major in elementary education. The next piece we have prepared for you this evening is The Wishing Well by Rossano Galante. The piece was introduced to us at the Region 5 Festival in Gregory, and our band performed it at Large Group Contest in March, where we received a superior score. The music depicts the scene of a child approaching a well and making a wish, using both solos and the full ensemble to describe the water at the bottom of the well before reaching the climax as the child tosses a coin into the well with hope that the wish will be granted. We hope that you enjoy the journey of the wishing well and have a great rest of your evening. Thank you.
Riley Simonson. My parents are Scott and Beth Simonson. Next fall, I plan to attend Stewart School to major in cosmetology. I would like to introduce a couple classmates of mine. Layla Saxton is the daughter of Mike and Cheryl Saxton. Layla plans to attend Upstate University, South Carolina, to major in nursing. I would also like to introduce Ainsley Kurtz, who is unfortunately not here tonight, but her parents are Bill and Jen Kurtz, and she plans to attend Dakota Wesleyan to major in exercise science. Our next selection is rock legend Chicago, and I would like to give a little shout out to, I'm pretty sure, Chicago's #1 fan, Mr. Dennis Carlson. This song is for you. So please make sure you're listening for the drum set and trumpet features. Please enjoy Chicago.
All right, just in case you're wondering, yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time, and things that I didn't think of, it's the first time we've ever combined the high school chorus and a high school band concert in Chamberlain, like I think ever. And I probably should have planned out like seniors introducing themselves. Maybe we should have talked about that, but I never really thought of it, and here we are. Yeah, minor details, okay. So, we got a couple things to do really quick. I have my lovely assistant over here, she was keeping track of this bottle. All right, so the cool thing, of course, that I'm sure all of you guys have heard about, and if you have not heard about this, make sure you become a member of the Chamberlain Music page. But next year in June, we are taking a trip to New York City. And we just ended our first of several fundraisers that we're gonna have over this next couple years. As you guys are planning forward on this, check that Chamberlain Music page. As soon as I get something from our trip liaison on how much things will cost, what we're doing, I will relay that message. I can almost guarantee you right now, there will be a meeting sometime in the summer. So make sure you're keeping track of that thing so that we can make that happen and everybody is informed as much as I am. But right now, you guys know exactly what I do. And that is, we're going in June, and it's gonna cost a little bit of money, and here's our first raffle. So, Barrett, give that a shake really quickly here. Yeah, there we go. So, we're gonna announce the first winner. I'm gonna down here, yeah, there we go. All right, the first winner is Michelle Shelsky. I don't know who that is, but we'll get a hold of them and we'll get that done. All right, so Michelle, congratulations. All right, Bryken, one more time, please. All right. We got one got out there. All right, next one. All right, Tanya Harder is the next one. I don't know. And congratulations, Bryken, on the great drum roll. That's your grandma? Well, we win. All right. So those are our winners for the meat raffle. There will be more fundraisers coming up. Please keep your ear to the ground when it comes to that. All right. I got my list of things. First of all, what everybody in here has to understand is this has been a really, really cool year. It has been. With an exceptional group of kids. For example, we did small group contest in February, and when we came home, it's not about the ratings, ladies and gentlemen, but it is nice when the ratings reflect the work and reflect the kids. And this band did not do anything this year, not one group, not one solo, not one full band without receiving superior ratings this entire year. On top of that, we did have 2 selections to the South Dakota All-State Band. The first one I'm going to mention is Katie Lean on clarinet. It was her 3rd selection. And the other one I will mention is Madeline Steckelberg-Engel. And to put this in perspective, ladies and gentlemen, Madeline is a 4-year member of the South Dakota High School All-State Band. Was it 12 or 13? I can't remember. 13, only 13 total students in the state, and only 3 from outside of the Sioux Falls area earned that honor this year. So give her one more round of applause. And I would be remiss, and I'm going to mention this because it is not marked as such in the program, but I'm going to mention this right now. There is one other student that I have to recognize. He already played a solo, and that was William Hanslick. And the reason is because every year 16 trombones are selected. Yeah, 16 trombones are selected. William was I believe it was 17. And due to some weather problems on the western part of the state, what they decided to do is they decided to go recorded auditions, which threw out the sight reading portion of the audition, which is very important. Had that been in there, William would be the number 7 trombone. So due to, quite frankly, something that didn't have to do with him, and I can have more words about it, but I will not. But he is a top 7 trombone player in the state right now. right. I've got a couple more things. So here's the first thing. We do 2 awards out of the band every year. The first one that we're going to give out is the John Philip Sousa Award. It is typically given to the senior that shows exceptional musicianship, accolades, and is an overall outstanding musician, the most outstanding musician. And it's hard not to pick somebody who's one of 13. So this year's John Philip Sousa Award goes to Madeline Steckelberg-Ingham. All right, and then the last one is a little bit more amoeba-esque, is the Director's Award. And I'll be honest with you, this year was really, really tough. It was. Because there are some exceptional students in this room. I don't think over the last 2 years, I'm going to shout out some people and then I'm going to give that award. I don't think in the last 2 to 3 years there's ever been a thing that we haven't set up for or torn down that Brecken Harmon hasn't been the first one there. Also, I mean, the kid's exceptional. Plus, he's great on set too. It's a lot of fun. All right? On top of that, like, I'm going to shout out a couple more kids here. I mean, come on, she's been playing flute solos this whole dang time. Ember Peace is an outstanding individual. All right? And these are just a couple of the 18 kids. And then the last one I'm going to mention here before I give out this award is a kid. I'm sorry, I have one theory for this class, and that is this. If you have a problem with Hayden Handel, chances are there's a problem with you. I mean, and I could go on and on about every single one of the students in this senior class. It is outstanding. That's what made this so difficult. However, when you have a student that steps up the way this kid did, they wanted to be my aide, and then they're like, yeah, let's do it during 7th period, okay. To the point where we had to, I don't want to say beg, but Mr. Menzie and I basically begged her at the end of the semester. We're like, so you're going to stick around and do this again? She learned how to play flute. She learned how to play saxophone. She gives lessons to the 5th graders right now. An outstanding help to us and an outstanding student. This year's Director's Award goes to Sella Duvall. All right, let's make this quick. First of all, I got some thank yous. I got to thank Caleb Menzie. I got to thank Ivory Denholt. It's been a great first year. I hope many more to come. Thank you very much for all your help throughout the year. And especially within this last about month and a half, and well, let's be real, the last 5 months that have really changed for me. And then over this last month ahead where I've been piecing out at 11 o'clock and I have to look at them and be like, hey, you guys are all handled. They're like, yeah, Phil, go home, be dad. I'm like, all right, cool. It's really nice to have people like that to work with. On top of that, administration. I don't know if there's any 2 principals that I'd rather work for than Jeff Steckelberg and Adam Nelson. Those men are amazing. I also don't know how Anna Pazur juggles all the stuff that she does, but we have to give a shout out to her. And then there is one other group of people that I have to thank, other than, of course, you as parents, these students. But there are also 3 ladies that come in and selflessly give their time every single day right now, and sometimes twice a day in Leanne's case, but we have outstanding accompanists in Leanne Olivier, Robin Connect, and somebody who's very near and dear to my heart, and that's my Mama Carlson, Lama Carlson over there. But give them a round of applause because those 3 ladies are outstanding. I'm going to say this again, and all these kids are going to groan and roll their eyes. Audiences can only appreciate what their rear ends can tolerate. All right, so we're going to start our next tune, our last tune of the evening, and I will warn you, it is long, but it's not going to feel that way. Last tune is called Goddess of Fire. It is by Stephen Reinecke. There is no encore. This is the last tune. If anybody can help out, pick up chairs, pick up things, get these chairs back to the choir room. Those ones go on the racks over there. And I hope everybody just has an outstanding weekend. Thank you very much. Goddess of Fire.